Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms, where we are all about faith, family, home, and farm. I hope you find something on our channel that will encourage you and inspire you on your journey. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, hit like and subscribe, and be sure to turn that little notifications bell on so you'll get notified every time a brand new video is uploaded. We hope to see you in each and every one. Thanks for watching. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms. And if you have never been to our channel before and you are visiting for the first time, welcome. And for those of you who are returning viewers, welcome back. Okay, I hope you find something on our channel that helps you can glean information from and put it to use, and that's what our channel is all about. It's all about faith, family, home, and farm. Okay, that's what we're all about here. But thank y'all for coming back. If you're subscribers or you have viewed our channel before, or if you're new and just seeing us for the first time, welcome. I'm coming to y'all bright and early this morning before I even get my day started, and the sun's trying to come up, if you see behind me, so I'm still sleepy. But y'all, I woke up with these thoughts on my mind, and I just have to get it out and talk about it, or it will drive me crazy if I hold it in. So this morning, these thoughts that's going through my mind, I want to talk about it and get it out there because I feel like it's going to help somebody. Because first of all, I've been there, I've done that. Okay, I've been there, I've done exactly what we're fixing to talk about. And I just want to throw out some ideas to y'all this morning of some things that help me survive that sporting season. Okay, we are in the throes of spring and all these sports are coming about. Y'all are busy people. You've got work, you've got school, then you've got all these extracurricular activities. Whew. But y'all, school is almost over. Hang in there. Only a few weeks left. Hang in there. Some of the sports will end, but some of the sports are in the middle of it, or they're just getting going. And then after that, there'll be another sport. Y'all, it seems like sports these days is beginning to be a year-long thing, especially if your kid wants to do every sport that comes along. Like I said, y'all, I've got 2 grown boys, but I've been there. I've done this, y'all. So I'm going to tell y'all some things that helped me survive those years with my kids. And I mean, you're busy, okay? And just because school ends doesn't always mean that some of these things are going to end. Some things last all year long. You know, maybe like not a school sport, but a sport that your kid enjoys, that it's doing all the time, like gymnastics, swim lessons, martial arts, okay? Those things can last all year long. I'm not for sure what other sports last all year. But, you know, right now, you've got baseball, softball, spring football practice that's going to be going all summer long to get these kids ready for the fall season. I mean, you've got your sports that goes on through the year, but then they've got that prep time before the season starts. So it winds up being all year long, y'all. So, yeah, I've been there. I've done that. Throw homeschooling in on top of that, and then throw farm in on top of that, okay? I've been there, y'all. I can give you some survival tips, okay? So, one of my number 1 tips, y'all, and please, school faculty and staff, sporting helpers, concession helpers, please don't throw the book at me, but a family's got to do what a family's got to do for their health and their finances. But I didn't eat at concession stands all the time. For number 1, my body can't do it, okay? junk food all the time and concessions all the time, 2 and 3 times a week. I mean, because you've got your practices, then you've got your games. So you're winding up 2 and 3 times at that field or something like that. And sometimes they're going to have those concessions open even during practice. Okay? I couldn't do it, y'all. My body couldn't handle junk food that many times a week. Okay? And then, y'all, there are families out there that have to budget and pinch pennies and watch how much they spend. Okay? So finances are involved and health issues are involved. Okay? But y'all, if you're concerned about wanting to support your team and support your kids' sport, there's other ways to support your kids' activity through the school just by donating, okay, to your coach, okay? And if you don't want to go the concessions route and support that way. So there's a tip. You can support your team and your school by just donating. Okay, so there you go. I've helped in both ways, okay? Supporting your school, helping support and give money and donating to help buy those uniforms, the equipment for kids, that need it, okay? There you go. Without having to spend money on the concessions, okay? There you go. All right, now, I'm just going to give y'all some tips, okay? There's ways to still get a meal in you, a healthy meal on the go. Or when you get home or before you leave home. Grab those Instant Pots. Grab those crock pots. Throw something in that crock pot before you leave or something. And then maybe if it's not so late when you get home, but we all know how that goes. We're not getting home early from these sporting events. Okay? We're not getting home early from these sporting events. Y'all, there's been sporting events that we've gone to that we're getting home like at midnight, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. Depends on where that game was, y'all, or that practice was. Practice is normally at your home, field, whatever. But y'all, some of those Friday night games or during the week games like junior varsity games or during the week games, you're not getting home early. And a lot of times you don't want to have to stop and grab some fast food on your way home because y'all, if you're doing this 2 and 3 times a week, fast food's going to play havoc on your body. Okay? I'm just throwing that out there. Fast food, I know it's convenient. And y'all, I am no stranger to grabbing a burger on the way to a game following that school bus. I am no stranger, okay? But after a while of like 2-3 times a week, I could start feeling a difference in my body. Sluggish. It's not good for you. Okay, I'm all for Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. Okay, and I love that Burger King Whopper. Okay, I'll sing those praises. I love it. I love Burger King and I love Taco Bell, but I can only handle so much of it. Subway. Oh, I love those Subway sandwiches, but I can only handle so much of it during the week. Okay, so I had to learn to balance, and I had to learn. Okay. We're not going to be able to eat supper after school and before we have to leave to go to the game. So I better do something. Or, all right, we're going to be getting home at a decent hour. I can throw something in the crock pot before we leave or that morning and we'll have a meal for when we get home. Get those crock pots out. Get those Instant Pots out, y'all. Put them to use, okay? I am one, though, that I don't like eating late at night because you eat late at night, then you turn around and you go to bed. That meal is not digesting. You're not digesting that meal, and you're going to bed on a full stomach, and you may feel kind of sluggish the next morning. So there's got to be tips and tricks and a healthy, mediocre balance. So I had to know when when we were going to be getting home late. And then, I'm sorry, y'all, coffee. Meals that we could sit down and eat when we got home, but at a decent hour to where we kind of like had time to digest. Okay, let's say like in school all day long. And then the activity is right after school. Okay, a lot of times your school is going to provide some afternoon snacks and some Gatorade or something before they have that practice right after school. Okay, so I would be like, okay, they're going to be practicing right after school. So, okay, we'll be able to eat supper here at home tonight. But I would always go to the practices and stuff like that because I'm going to have to go pick them up anyway before they started driving. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to throw something in the crock pot this morning and we'll have supper by the time they get home and sit down and eat, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. They get their homework done, boom, go to bed. Okay? Crock pots, Instant Pots comes in handy for those. You know you're going to be at home that night eating supper. Okay? But for those times when you're like, okay, after school, like on those Friday night games, stuff like that, or during the week games, if it's baseball, softball, something like that, soccer, you're going to be like, whoo, okay, after school, they're going to be leaving the school to go to the game. What am I going to eat? What am I going to do? Okay, and a lot of schools, y'all, parents all pitch in and provide these players with some sandwiches and chips and some good snacks and some fruit and some Gatorade to eat on the way to the game, so you know your kid's not going to be hungry. Okay, but if you're in a district or somewhere in a state where you're transporting the kids to the games, some states do that. They don't all ride the bus. It just depends on your state and your area. Okay? So you're thinking, okay, we need to get something in us before the game, but not something that's going to make them throw up on the field like pizza or spaghetti. We've done that, y'all. And we didn't do it no more. But something that will give them the energy and stamina to withstand a few hours of a game. Okay? Give them some energy. Take a cooler, y'all. Pack a cooler. There you go. I said it. Pack a cooler. I am no stranger, y'all, to sitting at a football game or a baseball game or a martial arts class and eat my supper. No. If it was, I would give them something to eat, you know, and then, or the parents would chip in, and I knew my kid would have something to eat, okay? But something lightweight on their stomach so they could play that sport. But me, y'all, I would have me something in a meal prep container or a to-go container, and I would have me some supper. Even if it was chilly outside, or if it was cold, or if it was winter time, fall, no matter what. If it was cold, I'd take something in a thermos, and I would sit there and either have me some soup or some stew or something in a thermos, okay? And sit there on the bleachers, woo! And sit there and eat my supper and cheer for my kid at the same time. I am no stranger to that. Every once in a while, I would catch the concession, but I couldn't do that so many times a week. And I got tired of stopping and getting fast food all the time because that adds up on top of the expense for your game. Okay? Expenses add up. So maybe if you're concerned about finances, you know, cut back and take something. Okay? Pack you a cooler. Take it with you. I've sat in martial arts class before and took my supper with me. Okay? And sometimes, y'all, I have packed my kid a supper and put it in the cooler and it stayed warm, and it was something that when he got out of class or out of that event, he could eat on the way home instead of grabbing fast food. There you go. You don't always have to do the concessions. You don't always have to stop and get fast food. Compromise. Pack you a lunch or pack you a supper in a cooler and take it with you. Healthy snacks for your kids. Granola bars, fruit, Gatorade. Some sandwiches that has protein, peanut butter and jelly, a meat-filled protein sandwich, okay? There's healthy snacks out there. Trail mix, granola bars, protein bars. My kids love the protein bars and the Gatorade. That was something in them to help with stamina, okay? And Lord knows if you've got younger siblings at these practices and these games, they're going to be hollering every 5 minutes. And you're going to be running to that concession stand every 5 minutes grabbing a snack. Stock up on some snacks and pack you a cooler, okay? And like I said, sporting staff, don't hate on us. We've just got to do what's right for our family and our budgets, okay? But parents, if you still want to support your team and your kids' sport, donate to your school or your team's leader, like the coaches or something like that. They'll put the funds where they need to go, okay? So y'all, know when you're going to be able to eat at home, and then use those crock pots and those instant pots. Or y'all, you can do what I do and make ahead some things. Make ahead some meals, freezer meals, okay? Where when you get home, thaw it, let it be thawing out while you're gone. When you get home, all you got to do, if it's already pre-baked, pre-made, all you got to do when you get home is get some out, put it in the microwave, bam. You've got a home-cooked meal for when you get home from that event. Crock pots, instant pots, freezer cooking, freezer meals, batch cook something where you can, or batch cook something where you can grab it and go and take it with you, and it's homemade. Homemade Hot Pockets, homemade little mini pizzas, taco cups. Y'all, there's so many possibilities of little like homemade appetizer things. Pigs in a blanket. I don't care. Salads in a jar, y'all. Be creative. Take something with you that's pre-prepped, pre-made, or bought. Healthy snacks, throw it in a cooler, take it with you, sit there at that game or that practice, no shame, and eat you something that don't cost a lot of money and is not going to wreak havoc on your body, and you're getting something nutritious in your body. Okay, even sitting on that bleacher or in that chair watching your kids, you can cheer your kids on in between bites. Okay, there's no shame in that. Okay, and then there may be those times where, you know, like I said, support the concessions, go get something healthy. Okay, but y'all, we are busy parents, busy grandparents, busy people. We have jobs, but we still have to support our kids in those sporting events. But you've got to be creative at the same time and, you know, do what's right for your family. So check into that. Check into batch cooking some grab and go things to throw in a cooler, but it still be home cooked, homemade. Okay, and healthy. And for your kid too. Don't junk them up on something that when they get out there playing and they get hot and sweaty, they're going to throw it up on the field. My kid has ran to the end zone before or the sideline before and had to, you know, get it up. It was awful. And we learned not to do that again. So healthy snacks. And like I said, some schools transport the kids to the games. Some schools don't. So you might be in charge of getting something in your kid before that game. But make it light and electrolytes and good snacks on top of that. Okay? And then this just helps y'all from having to stop and grab fast food, which is not good for you and your kid either. And then eating so late at night. Or if you are getting home and if you may be a family that likes eating at 8 o'clock at night, okay? That's okay. When you get home, you've got something either already prepared, whether it's a freezer meal that you've gotten out to thaw out, or something's been cooking in the crock pot on low all day, or you're throwing something in the Instant Pot. Make your night. All these activities and school and jobs can make our school nights hectic and chaotic. Get creative. Make your nights easier and less chaotic, and get creative, okay, with your meal times and your snacks, okay? Because you don't want to be midnight getting in bed on a school night and your kid waking up feeling like crap the next morning. Get creative. Sit down. Come up with a plan on these busy nights. Even though school is almost out, there is still some sporting events that's going to be going on all summer long. Okay? And then before we know it, it's going to be fall again. All these practices, fall sporting events, and then it goes into the winter time. Y'all, you might as well just go ahead and start implementing a plan, because you're going to be doing this for a while. Okay, all these little kids just starting out in t-ball and in sports and school, just now starting out. Yep, it's coming, and it's going to be lasting all these 12 years of your kid's school life, if they pursue these sporting events all through school. Y'all, you got to come up with a plan. Get creative. Do what is right for you and your family. No shame in it. But you can still eat healthy snacks, save money, and still be able to have a good meal even on the go without having to grab all that fast food. I hope I've gave y'all some tips, because like I said, I'm no stranger to hauling a wagon with a cooler in it and my chair and a blanket and something to do or whatever. My video camera at football games, I videoed every single one, so my kids can, like now when they're older, and their kids can go back and watch daddy playing football and in martial arts class and those tournaments and stuff. And y'all, that was something else I did. I had a kid in martial arts, and we traveled out of state sometimes once a year for martial arts tournaments. And yeah, we ate out sometimes, because we're like, oh, we're in a place, I want to go eat there. But then there was sometimes, y'all, we were at those tournaments and they were an all day thing. And yeah, I packed a big old cooler then, because your kids be like, an all-day thing and you're buying concession, y'all, that added up. I packed a cooler, and I had breakfast items, I had lunch items, and then I had snacks. And then we went somewhere to eat that night, in a new town, a new place, and checked out all the local eating places when it was over. Okay? But y'all, all-day activities, tournaments, you're going to be there all day long. You better take you a cooler. But you can still take healthy meals. If you want a meal, pre-prep it, pre-cook it, okay? And you can still put it in the freezer, take it out that morning, and it will still keep your other items cold, but it'll be thawed out in time for when you get ready to eat it. Y'all, get creative with those coolers, okay? Pack those snacks, pack those meals, okay? But still support your kids' team and pitch in and donate. Help feed these kids on the way to activities. Parents pitch in. Help feed them on the way to these games. I hope I've helped y'all in some way to still get a healthy meal in you, even when you're away from home and you're not having to stop at fast food and buy all those concessions all the time. If especially you're budget-wise and nutrition-wise for your family and for yourself, I hope I've gave y'all some tips. I hope I've given y'all some ideas, and to get ready for these next seasons coming, the summertime, the fall, okay? Hang in there. You got this. You're busy parents, but I know you got this. So I wanted to just give y'all some ideas of things that worked for us and some ways that can save a little money and help on your gut, okay, and your kids' gut. All right, If you got any questions, just shoot me some questions in the comments. I always answer my questions in the comments, okay? And I always respond. I hope I've helped y'all in some way. Y'all get out there, and I hope your team wins, and you have a good time. Most of all, you're making memories with your kid. They're making memories that they're going to carry for the rest of their lives, okay? Take those pictures, record those games, and so your kids will have these things for when they get older, and they can look back on it and show their kids. My granddaughters are loving watching their uncle and their daddy play, and I'm enjoying watching it. So y'all make these memories, have fun, but do what's right for your gut and your wallet, your billfold, and your school too. And I hope I've given y'all some good ideas to still get a good healthy meal in you and snacks in you, even if you're warming those bleachers. See y'all in the next video.